welcome back to The Express at Restaurant 62 in Abbotsford, home to executive chef Jeff Massey, who was recently named a top foodie under 40 by Western Living magazine for his second time. And that's what today's show is about, people doing awesome things and getting recognized for it. And it seems that food comes up a lot, and it's not just here in Canada, because our next story follows a juice truck's journey from Nepal to Gastown.
I'm sort of like the juice man, and Zach's kind of like the front and center face. Everything's fresh, so we like cut up our fruits and vegetables as people kind of order.
Ryan Slater and Zach Berman are the men behind this wildly successful juice truck.
I think it's the ease of accessibility to get like a daily source of like vitamins and nutrients without having to do all the work yourself.
The Gastown community has been really supportive. We've got a lot of regulars that come out, rain or shine.
Very good.
The truck has been so successful, it was recently on a national TV show featuring the best food trucks in North America.
Just a couple of days ago, the Eat Street crew came down and filmed us for one of their segments, so I think it'll be airing in a couple of months.
The two men, who are both only 25, got the idea for the truck while they were on a trip trekking through the Himalayas.
We first got the idea while we were trekking through Nepal. A lot of the locals were drinking this like very vibrant orange-colored drink.
We approached them, and through like broken English, we got the understanding that it was called sea buckthorn berry.
At that altitude, they were getting most of their daily nutrients from this juice.
So then we kind of made it our conquest to find all these sort of unique things that we hadn't seen elsewhere in the world.
And they brought them back to Canada.
All right, Michael.
So how did these young guys take such a big risk and start their own business? Well, in addition to their parents' support,
I think we both really wanted to work for ourselves.
To a certain level, we were naive enough to have the courage to just go for it.
but they're not done yet. The wheels haven't stopped turning. They've got plans to go beyond the juice truck.
Into storefronts eventually, as well as we're launching a juice cleanse program.
Yeah, we're working hard on it right now, so we should have it ready in the next couple months. Here you go.
Success has never tasted so good. I'm Bianca Salterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
The juice truck is parked on the corner of Water and Abbott Street in Gastown, and they start selling juice at 11:30. Now, another popular trend on the local food scene, besides the carts, is cupcakes. And that's great news for Vancouver's Tessa Sam, because she was able to turn her addiction to sweets into a success story.
My mom taught us to bake, so she taught us to make gingerbread cookies, shortbread cookies, cupcakes, just very, very basic though. And we would bake those in my parents' kitchen, and we'd go out to the street and we'd sit on our boxes and we'd sell them to the neighbors.
Almost 20 years later, Tessa is once again pursuing her first job as a baker, and things are much busier than selling cookies on the front lawn.
I was really fortunate to have friends that were really, really great in the beginning who were like, yeah, come and bake for us, absolutely. Chocolate cupcake with an Italian meringue buttercream. Now the clientele it's actually almost overwhelming. I don't really get a lot of sleep, but I still love to do it.
With just over a year under her belt running her business, Tessa is already drumming up some big customers and is keeping them impressed.
I do a lot of corporate events. There's the Saf and Benjamin Baby Boutique down in Yaletown. There's the car dealership, mini dealership down in Yaletown. There are a few other car dealerships out towards the airport.
Kids are going to love them.
Perfect.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
We used her for our grand opening. We got her to do little cupcakes with our brand color and our little brand leaf that we have in our name. So they were perfect. They were the final touch on our grand opening party, and kids loved them.
All right, so what are we doing today, Tessa?
So we're going to bake some chocolate cupcakes, and then we're going to ice them with Italian meringue buttercream.
Tessa invited me into her home kitchen to help make some chocolate cupcakes, but not without putting an apron on first.
Oh, perfect, yes.
Yeah, is that okay?
That's perfect,
Lovely.
Yeah.
I started by mixing some of the dry ingredients, but I left the messy and more complicated stuff to her. Tessa then added 2 eggs, a cup of espresso, 1 cup of buttermilk, half a cup of vegetable oil, and for that extra sweetness, a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now it's ready to go into the mixer.
And turn it up to medium for 2 minutes. Give it a nice beat.
Once it's all mixed together, we put in the cupcake wrappers, fill them with batter, and it's into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 350. Cupcakes are done and they come out of the oven, and Tessa shows me the proper way to ice a cupcake, and I did my best. After Tessa gives me my baking lesson, she reminds me that she's much more than just cupcakes.
I offer cupcakes in various sizes, various flavors. I offer cookies. Same thing, various sizes, flavors, shapes. I do a lot of very pretty, dainty cupcakes and cookies. I just got into wedding cakes actually this last summer. Did my first slew of wedding cakes.
Tessa says she loves her job because it's fun, but it's all about the customers.
That people love to talk about desserts. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is I love baking. You know, I love being in the kitchen. I love icing cupcakes and icing cakes, but my favorite part is interacting with the customer.
My favorite part?
I'm Peter Verge in Vancouver for The Express.
Tessa's kept pretty busy over the last year. One time she made 4,000 cookies in just 4 days. And you can read her blog online at sweetbakeshop.ca. You're watching our Express special on awesome entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we just put up the campaign on your Facebook page and actually...
After the break, how popcorn is taking social media to the next level. Santa suckers and one teen's chocolate making mission.
If you work hard, then it pays off later on.
The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio. LoungeHairStudio.com.
I'm an island girl, but Vancouver's definitely home. I think home is where your happy place is. That's what I love about The Express. We meet people who are passionate about what they do. And we're not pretending to be something we're not. We're just celebrating who we really are.
Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward. Today's show is all about you. Welcome back to The Express at Restaurant 62 in Abbotsford. Besides being known as the restaurant and the executive chef, Jeff Massey, that brought fine dining to the Fraser Valley, they also created an online cooking show and even their own wine guru app. And that's kind of the direction the world is going, right? Just ask Dennis Pang. He's the owner of a social media marketing and PR company called Popcorn.
Dennis Pang is a young entrepreneur who took his skills in web design and internet marketing to the restaurant industry, launching a company called Popcorn, catering to food and beverage clients.
I love food, so I love working with restaurant clients, and I'm really passionate about food. I'm really passionate about social media, so it's just, and the people that I work with, it's just great. The kinds of people that I have to interact with day in and day out.
And among those people are the other members of the Popcorn team. Together, they design customized online marketing plans for each restaurant client.
Do you think we should set it up to display 5 tweets or 10 tweets, or what do you think works best? The first thing we do is we establish them on all the social media networks, whether that be Facebook or Twitter or Foursquare. The next thing is really we help them to create a strategy behind that, so a social media strategy, and with that we'll develop campaigns for them. So there might be contests, there might be events.
I just want to make sure that everyone's been invited and I haven't forgotten anyone.
Okay, and what's the final head count at?
87.
Dennis is really good at recognizing talent and surrounding himself with people to fill in all the gaps. So that's allowed him to really develop a successful business with Popcorn.
That looks good. I like where the new button is, and I think the layout looks a lot cleaner. The best part of being an entrepreneur is that, and starting a business, is that you have so much creative flexibility in terms of what you want to do with your business, where you want to see it, how you want it to look. Just watching it grow, it's really a great thing. Yeah, we just put up the campaign on your Facebook page, and actually we see that you've gone to over 400 likes already this month, so things are progressing well. I definitely want to see my company grow and expand, possibly to other cities. Just the industry that I'm in, it's hard to say where things are going to go as things are changing every day. As long as I'm constantly learning and staying up to date, that's all I can really do. Thinking of new ways to help my clients better position themselves online to market themselves to their customers, because ultimately at the end of the day it's about them. We just sent out all the media invites, and we're good to go for next Tuesday.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Congratulations to Popcorn. They've been nominated for a Small Business BC Successful You Award for Best Concept. And the website is gopopcorn.ca. You're watching The Express, and as I mentioned earlier, the executive chef here at Restaurant 62, Jeff Massey, got his first job in the industry, dishwashing, at age 14. In our next story, we meet a young lady who started her own business at the age of 14.
Come here, Malbec. Come here, dinner.
If you work hard, then it pays off later on.
Veronica Ravina is reminded of this invaluable life lesson every time she gives her puppy Malbec a cuddle.
Since I was 6, I wanted the dog. He likes playing, cuddling, everything but walking in the rain.
It's one thing to want a dog, it's another thing to earn it. So Veronica went to work making her own chocolates to sell at Bratz Biz, a yearly craft fair designed to fuel the entrepreneurial spirit of young artisans. Her sweet business is called VR Chocolates.
Well, we've done it a couple years before, and it was fun to do it. So when we started making chocolates for us, we thought we'd give it a try. Well, we sold everything.
Veronica's earnings went into Chocolate's perfect pairing, Malbec, her little Boston Terrier, who isn't allowed in the kitchen when production is underway in the Ravina family kitchen in Whistler.
We're gonna make chocolate-covered marshmallows and caramel-filled chocolates, and I think chocolate-covered Oreos. The hardest to make are the filled, because you have to cover them in chocolate, and then you have to get rid of the chocolate inside and then let them dry and fill them, let them dry, and then cover them again and let them dry.
Temperature, moldings, fillings. Veronica and Amy command the kitchen confidently together. What mountains are to Whistler, chocolate is to this family who originates from Argentina.
In our culture, the chocolate is really important. We grown up around chocolate. We usually have chocolate with everything, like chocolate with dulce de leche and chocolate cakes and chocolate cookies. So, yeah, chocolate is natural for us. It's part of our life.
Mom Amy believes Bratz Biz has been a great experience for Veronica. The two will be busy twisting and turning chocolate once again at this year's event, December 3rd at Whistler Secondary School.
She learned a lot about all the process and how you have to measure the cost and how much are you going to sell your things. It was really good for her. She had to balance other stuff.
Passion drives what Veronica does.
I like chocolate too much. I guess because there's so many different ways you can have it, so you never get bored of the flavor. You want to try one?
And neither do her friends, who are only too happy to help Veronica's business along.
My friends do quality control and say what kinds they like, what they don't like.
And today's taste test is looking happy for both chocolate lover and chocolatier. From Whistler, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for The Express.
When Veronica grows up, she wants to be both a chocolatier and an Olympic luge athlete. Last year, she won the BC Cup and the Canada Cup in her age category. Awesome. You're watching The Express, and it's time for our spotlight on local events.
Support a fundraiser for the Canadian Diabetes Association at Highcroft Manor in Vancouver. The afternoon features a vintage 40s fashion show with fashion historian Ivan Sayers, performances by the Stevens Sisters, and me, Johanna Ward, as your MC. This year's BC Hospitality Industry Conference and Exposition is being held at the Fairmont Waterfront Hotel in Vancouver. The conference is a great opportunity to meet and interact with the best and brightest of the hospitality industry. In celebration of exhibitions that investigate the art of translation, the Surrey Art Gallery will host a Family Day, featuring family-friendly activities inspired by the exhibitions. This drop-in event invites families to explore, enjoy, and create art together.
And that's it for today's show. Thanks to Restaurant 62 here in Abbotsford for hosting us today. You can go to their website, restaurant62.ca, for reservations, to find out more about their fall seasonal menu, and to watch Chef Jeff Massey's online cooking show. You're watching The Express, only on Shaw TV.
Trick or treat.
You can have a little football.